Good evening and welcome to Asia Newsline. I'm Pakshi Kurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Tuesday, the 28th of August. Indian Foreign Minister co-chairs the 16th Joint Commission meeting in Vietnam. Pakistan cracks down on Kashmiri protesters in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. And Maldives opposition warns against bid to sway September election. And now for all the details. Indian Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj on Tuesday held talks with the Vietnamese counterpart in Hanoi city and discussed ways to strengthen trade, investment, maritime and defence cooperation between the two countries. She also met Vietnam's Prime Minister to further enhance diplomatic ties between Vietnam and India.
India's Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj on Tuesday met Vietnam's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Pham Binh Minh in Hanoi city to boost bilateral ties. Both leaders co-chaired the 16th meeting of the Joint Commission to discuss ways to enhance trade, investment, maritime and defence cooperation among the other issues of mutual interest. During the meeting, both the countries agreed to strengthen relations in sectors like renewable energy, agriculture and agro-products, textiles and oil and gas. Several memoranda of understandings were also signed between the two sides.
We agreed that it is essential to strengthen our cooperation in maritime domain and decided to hold the first bilateral maritime security dialogue later in 2018.
Earlier in the day, Swaraj also called on Vietnamese Prime Minister to further strengthen relations between Vietnam and India. On Monday, Swaraj attended the 3rd Indian Ocean Conference in Hanoi city. In her address, she called for a collective approach among the nations to develop the region to its full potential. After the Vietnam visit, Swaraj was scheduled to depart for Cambodia. Her tour to the two key South Asian nations is aimed at strengthening strategic cooperation.
This is precisely the collective.
Moving on, scores of people were severely injured after police baton charged on a peaceful rally in Pakistan-administered Kashmir on Monday. The demonstrators were demanding their due share of rights, which they have been deprived of under more than 7 decades of illegal occupation of Pakistan.
Dozens of people were severely injured in Kotli town of Pakistan-administered Kashmir after police baton charged demonstrators who were carrying out a peaceful rally. Pictures which later surfaced on the public domain are testimony to the barbarity of law enforcement agencies on the people of the region. The demonstrators were demanding their due share of rights which they have been deprived of under Islamabad's more than 7-decade misrule in the region. Security forces have been given a free hand by Islamabad to perpetrate brutalities on the people in the illegally occupied region. In order to disperse the huge number of the protesters who had managed to gather, police also lobbed tear gas shells. Activists blame the Pakistani authorities exercise extreme high-handedness whenever they sense a voice of dissent emerging from the region. With a new political disposition in Islamabad which has allegedly been brought to power with the help of the army, the law and order situation in Pakistan-administered Kashmir is deteriorating.
In news from Afghanistan, 2 personnel of the Afghan Air Force were shot dead by unidentified gunmen in Afghanistan's capital Kabul city on Monday. No terror group has claimed responsibility for the attack so far.
2 Afghan Air Force personnel were shot dead by unidentified bike-borne gunmen in Kabul city on Monday, confirmed officials. The 2 personnel were walking while on their way to work when the shooting took place on Monday morning. They succumbed to their injuries at the scene of the shooting only, residents in the area said.
نفر افسر در محلشان مورد حمله قرار گرفتند.
شاوخوا وظیفه ته تو چې د وطن دښمنان لاره کې ورته کمینه ول یو د یو قومندان د ټولای کو قومندان د کنده کې دوه شهیدان شي.
Meanwhile, a number of political analysts and residents criticize the government and express their concern over the security situation. No terror group has claimed responsibility for the shooting yet.
And more news from Afghanistan. Over 600,000 children in Afghanistan suffer from acute malnutrition, the United Nations Children's Fund said on Monday. According to the country's public health officials, Afghanistan tops the list of maternal and child mortality rate.
In a recent claim by the United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, over 600,000 children in Afghanistan suffer from acute malnutrition, whereas according to health officials, 650 out of every 100,000 infants die in the country. The Japanese government on Sunday announced 8.1 million financial assistance within UNICEF's structure to focus on maternal and child health care, which aims to help 3.1 million children in Afghanistan.
We have 600,000 children who have
ما 600,000 کودکی داریم که سوی تغذیه جدی دارند. اگر این کودکان درمان نشوند ممکن جان بدهند و یا هم زندگی‌های دشواری داشته باشند.
Afghanistan Maternal and Child Health Handbook, or MCHHB, was developed last year. The Ministry of Public Health is now ready to roll out the implementation of the MCHHB program across all 34 provinces.
The Ministry of Public Health is committed.
وزارت صحت امم متحد است که مقیاس این برنامه را به تمامی 34 ولایت افغانستان گسترش دهد. باور دارم که در نتیجه این برنامه هر کودک سند صحی خواهد داشت که تمامی خدمات را که از بدو تولد تا 5 سالگی دریافت کرده است در آن ثبت خواهند بود.
According to Afghan Ministry of Public Health, the country still tops the list of highest maternal and child mortality rate.
Ibrahim Mohammed Solihi, the Maldives opposition presidential candidate, on Monday expressed that he fears the government will rig next month's election in the country. The opposition parties fielded Solihi after the Maldives Election Commission ruled that former President Nasheed, who lives in exile in Sri Lanka, was not eligible to run in September.
Ibrahim Mohammed Solihi, the opposition presidential candidate in the Maldives, said on Monday that he did not expect September's election to be free and fair, but trusted voters to decide on his challenge to President Abdullah Yameen, who imposed a state of emergency this year. Yameen is seeking a second 5-year term in the tropical tourist paradise driven by political instability since a police mutiny forced its first democratically elected leader, Mohammad Nasheed, to quit in 2012. Solihi, the veteran lawmaker who is challenging Yameen in a coalition led by the main opposition Maldivian Democratic Party, made the remarks during a meeting with the Maldivian citizens living in Sri Lanka on Monday. Former Maldivian President Mohammad Nasheed also attended the meeting.
We will have the vote, and we are also aware that President Yameen is trying to rig it as much as he can. But when the people come in overwhelming numbers, very often there is very little that anyone can do. And we are going to win this.
The opposition parties fielded Solihi after the Maldives Election Commission ruled that Nasheed, who lives in exile in Sri Lanka, was not eligible to run in September.
Handloom artisans in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province are enjoying the benefits of the government's Mudra scheme, which has helped in increasing their businesses. The scheme was launched by the Government of India 2 years ago, which provides financial assistance to the weavers.
The Indian government's financial assistance scheme, called Mudra scheme, has brought cheer for the handloom artisans in northern Jammu and Kashmir province. The government scheme is boosting the handloom business by providing finance to the weaving experts in the Kashmir Valley. The initiative aims to encourage the handloom industry and to enhance weavers' productivity by providing adequate credit facilities to them.
आज से 3 साल पहले जब उसकी जो काम यहाँ पे चल रही थी उस टाइम बहुत कम चल रही थी. जब से यहाँ के जो कलेक्टर आया था तब से कुछ ठीक से चल रहा है. जैसे कि मुद्रा स्कीम उन्होंने दिए हैं और उसमें 50 से 5 लाख तक लोन मिलते हैं. उसमें जो 6% इंटरेस्ट हैं.
मुद्रा स्कीम गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने 2016 नवंबर में लॉन्च की थी. इसके अंडर हम वीवर्स को 50,000 to 5 lakh का लोन फराम करते हैं. 50,000 to 5 lakhs. वो ये यूज़ कर सकते हैं for procurement of raw material, for purchase of looms, etc. accessories. जो भी उनको काम में ज़रूरत पड़े वो यूज़ कर सकते हैं.
For the past 2 decades, the artisan community in the valley was facing decline in productivity due to lack of infrastructure and non-availability of financial assistance. Artisans in the northern province are experts in weaving kani and pashmina shawls, which are world famous for their good quality.
Thousands of devotees thronged the shrine of a Sufi saint in Indian city of Ajmer on Sunday. The shrine attracts devotees from all religions and is a symbol of communal harmony.
More than 25,000 devotees thronged the shrine of Sufi saint Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti in Ajmer city of India's northwestern Rajasthan province to offer prayers on Sunday. The devotees were seen holding a chadar or a sacred sheet to offer to the late saint. The chadar is presented on the sighting of the new moon, which coincides with the first day of Rajab or the 7th month of the Islamic calendar. The Ajmer Sharif Shrine is one of the most important pilgrimage sites for Muslims in India. Hindus and Sikhs also visit the shrine and it is seen as a symbol of communal harmony.
की दुआ से मोगा से हम आए हैं, हर साल यहाँ चादर लेके आते हैं सरकार की. वहाँ हमारा दरगाह लखदाता पीर का दरबार है, वहाँ हम सेवादार हैं गद्दी पे, तो इसलिए सारी संगत के लिए, सारे पंजाब के लिए, पूरे वर्ल्ड वर्ल्ड के लिए दुआ करने के लिए आते हैं. भी सुख शांति अमन मान प्यार सारे से बांटता रहे ख्वाजा साहब.
सारे दुआ करने आते सभी सुख शांति के लिए.
कैसे अब लोग आपके साथ जुड़ते आ रहे हैं, बढ़ते आ रहे हैं और आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
हर साल ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग आ रहे हैं जी.
The shrine is also known to attract Bollywood celebrities. Former US President Barack Obama also sent a sacred sheet to the shrine back in 2015. Historically, after Mughal Emperor Akbar undertook a journey on foot from Taj city of Agra to Ajmer during his reign, the shrine emerged as one of the most important pilgrimage centers in India.
Scores of tourists and locals attended an annual boat racing festival held in India's northeastern Tripura province on Monday. The festival not only celebrates the culture of local fishermen community, but is also enjoyed as a sport.
Thousands of tourists and locals attended the annual boat racing festival in Agartala city of India's northeastern Tripura province on Monday. The race is a part of local fishermen community's culture and is also a sport that signifies team spirit, integration and the meeting among people. Organised by the Tripura's Department of Information and Cultural Affairs and the Tourism Department, the festival witnesses variety of boats used by the participants.
हर तरह की नाव होता है यहाँ, 4 जन का, 5 जन का, 11 या 40, 43 बोरे वाला. हाँ, तो यह एक इतिहास बन के रहते हैं. लोग आते हैं, बहुत दूर से आते हैं और देखते हैं, इसमें मज़ा आता है. हम भी आए हैं मज़ा लेने के लिए.
এখানে নির্মল প্রোগ্রাম হয় প্রত্যেক অনেক বছর, 50 বছরেরও বেশি হবে. তো ওই নির্মলের ওপার থেকে এপারে আসে, সাঁতার প্রতিযোগিতা হয় রাজ্যভিত্তিক, তারপরে ওই নৌকা বাইচটা হয়, এটা দেখার জন্যই বেশি লোকজন হয় আর কি.
The event saw thousands of people spellbound, cheering, laying bets and encouraging the boatman to row faster. The city has been witnessing the racing festival since last 5 decades.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.